The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so honored to have back on the show Grammy Award-winning Queen of Bluegrass and also an Opry member, Rhonda Vincent. You know, Rhonda, it doesn't seem like that long since we had you on the show, but it's been a couple days.
It has.
You know, and
weeks, months, years.
And you have a brand new album out that is incredible.
Thank you.
You know, with destinations and fun places. And I love the cover also. But you have some great guests on this. Do you just call up your friends and go, "Hey, you want to be on my new album?"
Well,
is that how that works?
Well, as kind of, it's as I would sing them. I thought my band is on most of them. The Rage,
which is incredible. The Rage
amazing,
is so good.
World-class musicians. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I thought that they would sing on it. And then as I finished singing Wagon Wheel. That was kind of the first one.
And your version of Wagon Wheel is so good, Rhonda.
Over 7 minutes long, you get a lot for your money there. Over 7 minutes long, a lot of arranging the regular way, a cappella version. At the end is a minute and a half, just flat out, hard drive and bluegrass by my band. So, but after I sang it, and I started singing along with it, and I sang the high harmony, which my guys would not sing. I said, I think this needs a female on this.
Yeah.
Who do I hear? I hear Alison Krauss. So I immediately called Allison and I said, "Hey, I have a song would you sing on the new album?" and she said yes, and I didn't tell her the song.
Right.
I said, once she agreed to it, and I said, well,
that's smart.
The song is, because people love or hate that song.
Right.
Do you know 2024 is the 20th year of the song?
I didn't know that, but I also knew, I was listening to your version, which I love your version.
Thanks.
It's got so many unique twists and everything with the arrangements, but but I was just talking to somebody a month ago and they said, yeah, we can't play Wagon Wheel because it's banned in all these different places.
I know, right?
I'm like going, you ban a song?
Yeah,
it's
right. It's like, okay, unban it, because Alison Krauss is on it. She sings almost all the way through, almost every other line.
Right.
So, over 7 minutes. So, yes, Alison Krauss, Sonya Isaacs sings on 9 to 5, which is a destination
Which I
work.
thought it was interesting because you had her on 9 to 5 instead of Dolly Parton.
Well, that would be too obvious. But you know what? Dolly's playing the nails. If you haven't seen the credits yet. Yeah, Dolly. So I thought I remembered that Dolly had played the nails on her version of 9 to 5.
Right.
She wrote it, do it using the nails.
Oh my gosh.
So I asked her if she would play, and she did.
Yeah.
So I get it, and I'm just thinking it's on the front. When I get the song back, she has played all the way through this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just thought she would play on the first few bars, like the 3-4 bars. I don't know. She played, well, that's not exactly true. Maybe I'm giving away a secret. She played on a few of it and then they looped it.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm thinking, she sat and played through the whole song. But anyway, it's Dolly's Nails, if you listen to that, is the percussion on 9 to 5.
Wow.
Sonya Isaacs singing. So Dolly is actually on Take Me Home Country Roads.
Right, which I love this version too, which I, grew up, and you and I both being Missouri people, it's like growing up, that song with John Denver and everything. And it's like, but also this new take on it, that you did on this album, Rhonda, is so good.
Oh, thank you.
With you and Dolly, it's just fun hearing that change. And I think it really refreshes the song.
Well, thanks. Well, see, Cody Johnson is also singing on there.
Right.
And so I sang on his song, on a song called Treasures with Cody. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, I would love to be able to, I was thinking it would be a duet with Cody.
Right.
But once he sang on it, it's like it needs that other part. And I said, hey, would you mind if I invited Dolly? And he goes, are you kidding me? I would love it if you would invite Dolly. So he started talking about it on social media. Mm-hmm. I haven't even told anybody yet. Right. Cody's telling everybody, I just sang with Dolly, thanks to Rhonda. It's like
you're like the gateway now.
I guess I was.
And then you have Trisha Yearwood on the album too.
Trisha Yearwood and Jeannie Seely sing on Margaritaville. Mm-hmm. So they're all destinations. The idea for the project, Destinations and Fun Places, came from Jeannie Seely, who wrote I Miss Missouri, our home state.
Right.
So she wrote this song 18 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
But then she lost everything in the flood of 2010.
Right.
She lost the lyrics. Oh. And it's like, okay. Then she invited me to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry on February 28th, 2020. We were friends before, but we are dear friends now.
She raves
Very
about
close.
you.
Well,
she was on the show recently, and she talks you up, and it's going, I just love Rhonda, and it's like, but seeing that picture and everything, and knowing how many times you had played the Opry, and certainly, just your great body of work with your songs, with the Rage, with your band and everything, but seeing you become an Opry member, and knowing how much you wanted and know how much it meant to you.
That was a dream come true.
Priceless.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I mean, just an amazing, the video, the pictures, everything. And so I had to throw that in when I introduced you now. It's like, because that's not something that everybody gets.
That's right. That was my 215th time that night that she invited me. But, so anyway, she invited Aaron Enderlin and I. We got to finish the song with her. Now, 18 years later, I miss Missouri. And so that's what gave me the idea for destinations. And I made a list of all these songs. Do you know, I got to like 100 different songs.
And then you had to cut it down to 13.
Well, and then I said, you know what? This is so unlikely. I would never really consider recording Wagon Wheel or Margaritaville.
Right.
And so we turned Margaritaville into an anthem for women. And I said, who better to sing it with me than Trisha Yearwood and Jeannie Seely? So they came, and Trisha was like, this is so cool to sing. She goes, I've only sang this along with the radio.
Right.
She goes, this is so cool getting to sing a song that I would never thought about recording either. So, yeah.
And that's the thing too, you said it so well, Rhonda, to where you take a song like Margaritaville and you change it. You shift
a little bit.
It shifts, once again, Jimmy Buffett did, great with it, but it's like, but you shift the perspective and make it work for you ladies. I'm like going, what a great thing to do with that song that I would never have thought of otherwise.
I had to include mandolin in there too. And
well, everything needs more mandolin.
Absolutely.
But I did notice, also today, you brought one of your favorite ones that you're known for, but also your lore that you have.
That's pretty cool to be able to acquire quite unexpectedly. Like God just places you in the right place. This lady came to our show.
Yeah.
And she had this lore for sale. She was telling my mandolin player. She was telling Zach about it, and he brought it in, and I don't know. I played a little bit of the notes, and it's like, man, that thing rings like a bell. Gave it back. Went and put my makeup on. He comes back. He goes, she's going to sell it. Oh. And I'm like, I said, okay, tell her I'd give her this.
Right.
She started crying, and she said, I prayed that you would buy this mandolin. I'm like, I didn't pray for that.
But
I didn't pray to have a lore.
It's like meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of like when a dobro falls in your lap.
I've just acquired a dobro played with the Osborne brothers. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, just what I needed was another instrument.
But like you and I were talking, it's like you always need one more.
Yeah.
Especially with you being a multi-instrumentalist. And I love your history also. Growing up, singing so young, at like 5 years old, singing gospel with the family, and also then coming home after school and jamming with your grandpa and your family.
Well, that's what we did. My dad would pick me up and we'd play till dinner. After dinner, friends came over every night.
Yeah. Because there's a lot going on Greentop, so you sort of have to have some music or something, as a draw in Greentop, Missouri, because otherwise it's like, well, yeah, they're all over town doing stuff.
I thought everybody was at their house doing it, but it's not until you get to be a teenager and you find out that Barb Wheeler and Tommy Parsons are at the skating rink, and guess where I am?
Right, at the skating rink.
I'm not at the skating rink.
You're not?
No, I'm stuck at home playing with these old people.
Oh my gosh. But you grew up.
I'm thankful. Let me say, I am thankful now, but you think I'm here with Grandpa and Dad and Grandma and Paul Van Meter and Carl Brenizer and all these people, and they're there having fun.
Right.
No, I am so thankful now, though. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for giving me this
and what
life
a blessing,
of music.
too, to be able to play that so young and with the different instruments through your life that you continue to play. Probably not the snare drum as much when they got you that at 6, but you look at, the mandolin and the fiddle and everything else, and you and I were talking about, the time with your family playing at Silver Dollar City in Branson, because obviously when you live in Missouri, you go to Six Flags or you go to Branson.
That's right.
And so I know I saw your family play up there.
So, life lesson learned there. So we were staff musicians. We punched a time clock. We played 5 one-hour shows per day, 5 days a week. Drove Friday night, drive to a festival, play Saturday, Sunday, drive back. Monday morning at 8 a.m. we're playing again. This particular day, it's pouring down rain. Pouring. The other musicians would sit and wait till the rain passed. It didn't pass. It rained all day long. No one out there. And Darren and I, my brother, who's in Daly and Vincent, fellow Opry member, we said, you know what, Dad, let's just wait. Everybody else, he said, they're paying us to play, and we're going to play. Yeah. So we played our 5 one-hour shows that day. The next week, my dad gets a call from Hal Durham, and he was the general manager of the Grand Ole Opry. Right. And he said, Mr. Vincent, I'd like to invite you and your family to perform on the Opry. That was our dream come true. Right. And we just met Charlie Leuven. My dad assumed that Charlie had recommended us. He said, we want to thank Charlie for recommending us for the Opry. And he said, well, Charlie had nothing to do with this. And my dad said, how did you know about my family? He said, last week, while your family was playing in the rain, he said, I was on vacation with my family around the corner listening.
Oh my gosh.
Life lesson to always do your best. You don't know who's listening or watching.
No.
So.
And that your family was still out there playing and doing that.
There we were.
How incredible.
To no one, or so we thought.
Well, and I was telling you also, it's like, I remember when you performed on the Nashville network and won your day, and you were telling me that back behind the curtain, your family was singing the harmonies, and also then Jim Ed Brown is trying to hire you.
He's talking to my dad. My dad's like, we're singing, we're on the air. I'm singing my song, and he's trying to. 2 weeks later, I went to work for Jim Ed Brown and came to Nashville and got to tour with him for 6 months.
But what an incredible thing. I mean, because, certainly as you and I both know, Jim Ed and his sisters and everything, what a talent, and what a huge impact they made on country music.
Absolutely.
And then with you, with the bluegrass, I think what I've always admired about you, Rhonda, besides, multi-instrumentalist and your great voice, is that you make bluegrass fun. You know what I mean?
Try to,
with you and the Rage, because, and I'm not against this, you certainly have the traditionalist with bluegrass and everything, but to me, you make bluegrass more accessible.
Well.
And I think I think that's a big deal.
I love that we get to, we tour, we all share the passion for the travel, for the music, and we sign after every show. And thanks to social media, we can stay in touch way beyond a show. It's not just like coming to a Rhonda Vincent and the Rage show. It's an experience.
Right.
And so but nowadays, what you have to safeguard against are all the fake accounts, which is why I have RhondaVincent.com. I have a message board. That's the only true way. I got a call from the FBI one day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they said we need you to come in and to be, they call it interviewing, and it's like so I go in there, and it's all fun and games. We're just chitty chatting for a while.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they say, they lean over and they say, do you know who this is? I'm like, there's a picture. It's like, no, I don't know who that is. And I realized that we're into the interview.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh,
like,
Rhonda.
all I can think is like, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink. Because they always say if you start blinking or look away or whatever. I'm like, I don't know him. No, I don't.
Oh my
But
gosh.
anyway, he sent $500,000, thought we were having a relationship.
Oh my gosh.
Sent his entire life savings. And obviously it was a scam. And that happens so much. We get calls every day. Do not fall for that. You have to make sure that it has a blue check mark. But the only way, I always say people, the only real way you know if you're talking to me is if you come to the show. I sign after the show, you have that opportunity.
Well, and plus I think a lot of your social media too, because I noticed the change is that the extensive amount of hair work and makeup now, much like Dolly Parton music videos, it seems like, I don't know how many people stay in your place with you to get you ready for social media.
Oh, yeah?
Because it seems like, I'm going, wow, Rhonda just looks amazing every time.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I'm liable to just wake up and go, hey, let's do a song. The driver this weekend, that's what we did.
But you got more followers being natural, Rhonda.
You know what? What you see is what you get, really.
Isn't that incredible, though?
I love that.
I mean, it's kind of funny, that the whole world goes, yeah, we just like you when you roll out the way you are.
Isn't that nice? Well, and that's what they come to the shows. It's like, I feel like I know you. I feel like you're my neighbor because I'm just like that. It's like, yeah, it's so much easier for me just to wake up and my hair, might be, my hair it's just perfectly curled when I wake up.
It's perfect.
My makeup is,
It's like going, wow. It's like, how does she do this? Does she sleep that way?
Yeah, go to my official page. You'll find out.
But it's so much fun. And, it's just the same way to where, now that you've been, you are an official Opry member, it's like now everybody's reaching out and going, hey, Rhonda, get us on the Opry. And so it's great that you have that inroad to get anybody on the Opry.
Just don't. What are you doing? Boy, he's setting me up. No, we did not have that power to do that.
No, but I mean, I think it's so interesting.
Thank you for that.
that once again, though, but a huge accomplishment for you, and you've won so many awards over the years anyway, within the world of bluegrass. I mean, many, many awards, but also to be an official Grand Ole Opry member after all these years and playing it, with your family. And then now, in the past few years, becoming a member. And I was kidding you about that because I know it's the same thing because it's like going, everybody thinks that since you're a member, it's like, well, yeah, come on the show.
Yeah, that doesn't work quite like that.
No.
But I'm just so thrilled. That was a dream come true. There's a couple of historical points around my Opry membership. I was invited on February 28th, 2020.
Right.
Of all the times. It was scheduled for March, my induction.
Yeah.
Postponed. 343 days, the longest in the history of the Grand Ole Opry anyone has waited to be inducted. I was officially inducted by Dierks Bentley, February 6th of 2021.
Right.
Also with my induction, my brother Darren, who is a member of Daly and Vincent, we're the only brother and sister to hold separate Opry memberships.
I knew that.
There were sisters,
Yep.
they're sisters and families, but never separate Opry memberships with brother and sister. So
Wow.
really cool to have some history behind it.
Oh my gosh, well you always are making history, and especially you made history with this new album, which I love, which is going to be available on vinyl and CD.
Yes.
You know, it might be fun too, Rhonda, you know, with you and The Rage out on tour so much, if some of these guests just happen to pop up on stage and sing along with the song that they did with
I
you.
would love that, yes. Cody says that we're going to get to do that on the Opry sometime, so I hope that's the case.
I just think that'd be kind of
hey,
fun.
Cody, maybe you need some bluegrass on your tour. Just saying.
But the album is so great, you know, and like I told you before we came in the studio, Rhonda, I couldn't pick out a favorite song on here.
I love that.
Because it's so much fun, you know, in your band, you know, you and The Rage and your vocal, which you've won awards for also, female vocalist, your vocals sound incredible on it. You just keep sounding better.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and so it's just an amazing album. And I think this is going to be one of those albums also, and I know it just came out in August, but that's going to be kind of cross-platform, you know, which are huge in the bluegrass world. But I think this is going to definitely open you up to more country music fans, as the Opry does, and even Americana.
It debuted, I think, at iTunes on the country list, like at 28, and went up to 25. So very cool. Well, I'm sure because due in part to Cody Johnson being on there and Dolly Parton, you know, and that also has, which we're able to emulate when we perform. But my fiddle player, he arranged a beautiful string section, the fiddles, and he and I are playing all of the twin fiddles on the entire album. I've never done that before. I played fiddle on Sally Mountain Show before. I've not played fiddle or violin, whatever you want to, for years. And so that's become a part of our show that we didn't have before. So check that out. And I'm so thrilled that maybe Dolly and Cody's not there, but we are able to really still keep the essence and the beautiful violins on the show when you come see us.
It's so incredible. And that means you have to take one more instrument on the road.
Yes.
Along with your dobro.
Yes. We're getting a collection on the, you know, we have an instrument closet, you know, and you open the door now and it's like you have to push the door shut, and then be careful when you open it up, they'll be piling out.
So it's more instruments than just your wardrobe changes.
That's right.
So you're
the shoe closet, the instrument closet, the chip closet. You open it up and the chips, you got to throw them up and slam the door.
It's the same thing for your award closet. It's like, oh, geez, another award. I got to open the closet.
Never feel like that. No. But you know, I am excited because the city of New Orleans that's on this.
Oh, so good.
So the International Bluegrass Music Association, their award show.
Yeah. This
year is the first year for a video award. And a music video, and City of New Orleans is nominated for that. My grandson Titus he was 1.5, and we got to go here in Nashville to a place that has $1 million model train set.
Oh my goodness!
And so here's Titus and I. We're in real life, but they shrunk the band down, and they are. You got to check.
I love the video.
Check the video.
I watched the video.
You've seen it already.
Oh yeah, I love the video, and that should be an award winner.
Oh, we're hoping.
Yeah, which I always love that song anyway.
And I asked Titus to be my date for the award show, but his mom said it's past his bedtime. So.
But it's nice getting to spend time with the grandkids, right?
Always. And you know what? I thought I would get to be Grammy. I thought, you know, because I can say, Grammy's got a Grammy.
Yeah.
I should have been Grammy.
Perfect.
That little booger looked at me one day and he goes, Meemaw. And I said, don't call me that. Don't call me Meemaw.
They got to come out with a Meemaw award then.
I guess so. And he said, Meemaw, Meemaw, Meemaw. So, but do you know who else was called Meemaw?
Who?
Loretta Lynn.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, you're in good company with that one. Well, I want to make sure for our viewers and everything, Rhonda, for your website, the incredible social media, everything, where do they need to go for everything Rhonda Vincent?
RhondaVincent.com.
So easy.
It is. And Facebook is Rhonda Vincent Official.
Okay.
So be sure you get Rhonda Vincent Official with blue check mark.
Right.
But yeah, RhondaVincent.com. Go to that message board if you have a question or you just want to make a comment. You're welcome to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to love her social media as much as I do. And also, like she said, with City of New Orleans, check that out. She's been written up by People Magazine, Forbes, you know, you name it, released all these singles. The album is out now. Get it on vinyl. You can get it on CD. I have added it to my playlist. And I hope you do the same thing. Destinations and fun places. Rhonda Vincent, always great to have you on the show.
Great to see you. Thank you. Many blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.